Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about minimalist money hacks, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to share all the things I think are really important to manage your finances in a minimalistic way. As you are most likely aware, I am trying to save money for a house deposit, and in doing so I'm doing lots of different financial things to improve my financial situation and to get myself ready for buying a house. Some of the things that I'm doing are quite minimalistic, so it just meant that I was kind of following my minimalism mindset but applying it to a different situation, applying it to my finances, and it just really made a difference to how I think about money mentally, and to be able to have a more positive outlook on money. There are lots of ways in which companies want us to part with our cash, but I've come up with 12 strategies that I think will be really good in helping you keep focused and have a minimalist attitude towards money. My first tip is to pay off debt. This is a really important one. The negative impact of debt on your mental health can be quite overwhelming. I've been there before where I've lived hand to mouth, and I can honestly say it's quite demoralising. It makes you feel out of control of things. It just means that it can be a very stressful situation when there are ways that you can get out of it. But paying off debt and having that cleared is a really good way of having less things to think about. My second tip is to pay yourself first. So this means as soon as you get your income from your wages, you need to put some money straight away into a savings account. That's what I mean by pay yourself first. It means that you're putting it straight away into somewhere else so that you don't think about it. My third tip is to delete your cards from online shopping, and that one is an easy one that you can do. It just means it's so much harder to buy things. It makes you think about your purchases more because you have to then go and get your card from your purse or your wallet, and it just means that you're going to be a little bit more reserved about your purchases. My fourth tip is to buy secondhand. So you may not think that that's a minimalist thing to do. Lots of people think that you spend lots of money on quality items, but there's no reason why you can't get quality items secondhand or pre-loved. There's always somebody that's trying to get rid of something else. So there's a way that we can recycle within us, within the human race, and find something that is quality but that you need that somebody else doesn't. So look around secondhand, because you're quite often going to find a better deal, a better price, and it will still look the part. And as part of that cycle, for number 5, sell things that you don't need. So get rid of the things that you think don't add value to your life, that you don't have a purpose for, and sell them on to somebody else that does. This just helps with that cycle that I was just saying about. Number 6, you need to plan some free activities. Have a look around. There's always free things that you can do, such as going to the park or going to the beach. There's lots of different things that you can do that will be for free, like going for walks, and look around and see what deals you can find, because quite often it can be either completely free or just the case of paying for a little bit of parking or a bus or train fare. Number 7 is to plan your meals. I talk about this a lot. I will leave a link above for my tips on how to save money with your food shop. Meal planning is really important for that. You need to have a look at what your lunches, breakfasts and dinners are going to be, and actually plan them out. You don't have to have them on a set day, but planning your meals will make it much cheaper when you go to the shop, because then you're just writing a list of the things that you need, and that will make it much more simpler. And similarly, if you plan your meals, then you are less likely to go to the shops during the week. So just plan your meals from one week to the next, and then you know you're only going to the shop once a week, and that will make a difference to your energy levels, your petrol, and you'll have a lot more free time to do other things. Number 8 is to cut habits. So this could be your coffee every morning that you buy from the shop. It could be your trips to the supermarket to get lunch. If you are organised and cut out little habits like that and get yourself ready in advance, you'll find that you'll save an awful lot of money. For example, a takeaway coffee could cost you £3 a day. So if you were to do that for 5 days a week for 52 weeks of the year, you're going to be spending a lot of money. You're probably looking at about £780 just for one coffee, 5 days a week. So if you've got a habit like that, have a look at how much it costs you roughly per week, and then times that by 52 and see how much it is you're actually spending. It could be that you decide to go from having it 5 days a week to maybe 2 days a week, like Monday and a Friday, or whatever days you want as a treat day. Tip number 9 is to not try to keep up with the Joneses. So appreciate the things that you have and appreciate where your journey is and where your journey is going to, your destination, and know that actually you're already making the progress in the areas that you want to. If you're trying to compare yourself with other people, you're not necessarily doing a fair comparison. You don't know how they've purchased those things, you don't know how they run their finances. It doesn't mean that they are having the best life. Think about what it is that you want from your life and then apply that to your money situation and your lifestyle. Focus on what you want rather than what somebody else has. Number 10, eating at home. This is an opportunity to save you a lot of money and to simplify your life that little bit. It could be that you cut out your takeaways or you're cutting out your meals out. So it could be that you find other ways of doing that. So if you know you have a favourite meal that you like when you go out, maybe you could try and replicate that at home. It will keep your costs down and it will simplify your life, having more time for other things. Also, I do appreciate that lots of people go out for meals for social things, but if you don't have to do that as a way of seeing somebody, you could just casually meet somebody for chats or for a walk rather than an expensive meal. Number 11 is don't go to the sales. Seems like a bit of an obvious one, but it's so easy to get caught in the trap when you're in a shop and there's a sale on to think, oh, I might need that, or that might be helpful in the future, or I know I need one of those next summer. This is where your money gets taken from your wallet and passed over to somebody else. You need to think about your purchases. If you're buying in a sale, you're more likely to pick up something that you don't really need. So if you're planning your purchases just as a regular money habit to do, then you'll find that actually you can keep an eye out for certain things in the sales, but then you are thinking about that for a long time before you do it. So you're better off buying online if you can, or only going in for one particular item if that is something that has been on your list for a while. My final tip, number 12, is to decide on what you need rather than what you want. So this is thinking about what you've got around you, appreciating things that you've got around you, and what is it that you actually need to make your life that bit more functional or to make your life happier, rather than what it is that you want or desire. Because when you go for wants and desires, that list is usually much heftier and that's going to be harder to keep minimalist on. So think about what it is you generally need, and that will be a much more minimalist approach to the things that you are purchasing. Hopefully those 12 points are the most minimalist and effective ways of reducing your spend and keeping a minimalist financial budget. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like it if you did below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos about minimalism, self-care and my no spend year. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.